Baik, penampilan kedua untuk babak final kita kali ini adalah perwakilan dari kelas 2 SMP Putra melawan 1 MA Putri. Berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah. Dipersilakan untuk perwakilan tim mengambil undian tim pro dan kontra. Baik, untuk kelas 2 SMP Putra mendapatkan undian tim pro dan untuk kelas 1 MA Putri mendapatkan undian tim kontra. Baik, untuk kedua tim apakah sudah siap? Baik, dipersilakan kepada pembicara satu dari tim pro untuk menyampaikan pendapat terlebih dahulu selama 3 menit, dimulai dari sekarang.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, standing here, I will deliver my argumentation. But of course, before that, I will introduce ourselves. We are from 2nd grade of junior high schools. My name is Gilang as the first speaker. And his name is Arya as the second speaker. And Habib as the third speaker. Okay, here, I will deliver my argumentation. If I agree with interfaith marriage, because interfaith marriage are legalized by the government and according to Sharia is also legalized. We must know that apparently in several books such as the Al-Inshaf classical book it is explained. Some ulama say this firmly. This is permissible for person to marry another person non-Muslim. Even in the classical book Al-Mughni gives a mindset that the status is non-Muslim. Regardless of whether of the person is a Jew or Christian, as in the opinion of Imam Abu Sa'ur, as one of the Ashabul Kahfi, one of tendencies that the status is a friend, namely is Hudayfa, who married a wife whose the status is non-Muslim, namely from the Magian infidel. Then Imam Abu Sa'ur conclude that the main thing was not a non-Muslim religion, but how to have of obligation in jizya. The ulama said this firmly. Then in the jizya status, it is permissible that in the jizya status everyone is the same. Then it should be in the case of marriage well the same. So I agree with interfaith marriage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Contracus. First, I will introduce ourselves. My name is Azulda. I'm as the first speaker, and this is my friend Fulani Anissa as the second speaker, and this is my friend Hilda Zara as the third speaker. In this occasion, we would like to deliver our argumentation that we disagree with interfaith marriage. Why? Because our majority of ulama has expressly prohibited this, right? And it is feared that interfaith marriage will cause many confusion in some things, such as the religious status of children and the daily routines. Of course, it has a different daily routines and in every religion, right? And of course, it will be difficult to accepting the differences within the household. Not to mention when the two parents have the different opinion about something and they prioritize each other opinion, of course the division that occur will be more widespread, and this also affected to the harmony of the household. Thank you. So for that reason I emphasize that I disagree with interfaith marriage. Thank you.
Baik, dipersilakan kepada pembicara kedua dari tim pro untuk menguatkan pendapat pembicara satu selama 2 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Okay, thank you. I agree with interfaith marriages because according to 1924 law number 20 chapter 2 explained that interfaith marriage in Indonesia considered valid if there are limited valid by their respective regions or belief. This means that according to this law, even though marriage are of different regions, if it is carried out by the man's regions, then from the woman's side it is carried out equally. So according to regions it is legal. Based on Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, interfaith marriage are a necessity protected by human rights because the right to partner is one of the rights protected in human rights. Thank you.
Dipersilahkan kepada pembicara kedua dari tim kontra untuk menguatkan pendapat pembicara satu selama 2 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Okay, thank you. And now let me strengthen the argument of the first speaker, right? That we disagree with the existence of interfaith marriage because based on opinion of 4 madhabs of fiqh that Muslim men are allowed to marry women from people of the book or Ahlul Kitab. What is meant by people of the book here are Jews and Christians who still adhere to the teachings of various prophets. Now, we look at the day. It is rare, almost non-existent. There are people who deviate from the Sharia. So it is clear that it is forbidden to marry non-Muslim. Why? Because it is feared that they will have or will give bad influence on other religions, especially Islamic religion. So with that reason, once again, I emphasize that we disagree with the existence of interfaith marriages. Thank you.
Baik, dipersilakan kepada pembicara ketiga dari tim pro untuk menyimpulkan pendapat pembicara 1 dan 2. 2 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Okay, thank you. I agree with interfaith marriage because the increasing way of rules allows everyone to interact with each people and even fall in love and get married. Marriage is something sacred, and in every belief and religion, including Islam, it is better to marry someone else because to protect themselves in the integrity in their household in the future. But the reality is currently many Muslims are in love relationship with non-Muslim, and for diversity that exists in Indonesia, we cannot possibly prohibit interfaith marriage because Indonesia is not a Muslim country. There are many religions besides Islam. Therefore, this cannot be avoided. Therefore, our team agree with interfaith marriage. Thank you.
Dipersilahkan kepada pembicara ketiga dari tim kontra untuk menyimpulkan pendapat pembicara 1 dan 2 selama 2 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Okay, thank you for your argumentation. But I will strengthen my friend argumentation that I disagree with the interfaith marriages because as we know, it's different religion and majority of ulama have to forbid it. And of course, many people divorce because just many opinions. So how about the religions? I mean different religions. I'm sorry. And then we a citizen in Indonesia, of course, not only the one of not only the one of religion that only we can follow. From this statement, I can conclude that in this occasion, I disagree with interfaith marriages. Thank you.
Baik, memasuki sesi kedua, kepada tim pro dipersilahkan untuk menguatkan pendapatnya selama 3 menit dan tim kontra diperbolehkan untuk menyanggah selama 1 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Okay, thank you. If you disagree with interfaith marriage, what if you have to carry out the marriage by force? Thank you.
I'm sorry, but can you repeat your argumentation because I can't get your point well.
If you disagree with interfaith marriage, what if you have to carry out the marriage by force? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your recommendation. If you present the legalization of interfaith marriage, so to send strengthen tolerance, not only by interfaith marriage, right? If we can legalize a wrong Sharia to our society, if you legalize interfaith marriage for our, I'm sorry. If you legalize interfaith marriage for our society, it's the same as giving a distorted Sharia for our society. We, as the government, we have to talk our society about the better education, such as in law field and also religion field. In some religion, it is prohibited if interfaith marriage will be done. So if we give interfaith marriage for our society, of course, it will make a distorted Sharia for our society. Thank you.
And are you sure that interfaith marriage are allowed in Indonesia? Thank you.
Of course, don't you know that there is a Bible verse that prohibits interfaith marriages, namely 2 Corinthians page 6 verse 14, that states don't be an unequal partner with someone who doesn't believe. And it turns out that the majority of religion in Indonesia prohibit this. So this is contrary to the law on marriage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I agree with interfaith marriage because according to Judge Imam Supriyadi, husband and wife have the right to interning their religion and beliefs. Which in the case of to carry on, the marriage from a household is carried by the bride and groom, because thank you.
Okay, thank you for your argumentation. But now we can look from other side. As 1927 law 20 and number 2 had explained that if marriage in Indonesia is considered valid, if it's considered valid by its respective or the religion or belief. Now it's may in Islam.
Okay, thank you. I'll strengthen my friend's argumentation that we all know that Islamic religion, the majority of ulama has prohibited this. So the passed from law number 1 of 1974, it shows that marriage is considered valid if it is considered valid based on religious law. It shows that all of the religious law, all of the marriage law in Indonesia also passed on the religious law. Meanwhile, Islam was prohibit this, and there are many majority of religion in Indonesia also prohibit this. Thank you.
Okay, but I agree with interfaith marriage because according to the Central Jakarta District Court allows interfaith marriage between 2 Muslim and Christian lovers. Pastor Komar Kalden, as chairman of the Association in Indonesian Churches, said, in pluralistic society like Indonesia, tolerance not just a matter, but the essence of living together. Tolerance means there is a willingness to accept and accommodate each other. So, Indonesian Jew-biblical marriage. Indonesian Jew-biblical marriages of various religions whose existence is legally recognized. So it is ironic that interfaith marriage in Indonesia are not allowed because they are not allowed because they are because they are regulated by religious law. Thank you.
Okay, even you said like that. So now I want to ask you, if the parents have different religions, what is the religious status of the child? Of course, this will because this will cause confusion in the household. Even the child only follows one of his parents' religions, of course there will be mixed understanding. When, for example, he has a different routine activities from other family members. In fact, research shows that being too moderate in one religion can eliminate the original religious status. So of course, this will cause more troublesome, right?
Baik, waktu tersisa 10 detik untuk tim pro.
Okay, thank you for your argumentation, but in the fact that there are many people that they want to follow.
Mohon maaf, waktu habis.
Kepada tim kontra dipersilahkan untuk menguatkan pendapatnya selama 3 menit dan tim pro diperbolehkan menyanggah selama 1 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Okay, thank you for your argumentation. So now I will strengthen our argumentation about the prohibition of interfaith marriage. We all know that interfaith marriage in Indonesia, there are many groups, there are many tribes, culture, races, and especially religion. And we all know that we have to maintain the tolerance between the religious community. But it's not only by interfaith marriage. We can legalize a wrong Sharia to our country compromise this problem. So we can take other solution from that, such as provide the religious teaching for our societies, for example. So interfaith marriage is not the only way to strengthen the tolerance among the fellow believers. Thank you.
Okay, let me strengthen. The same thing is also explained in several articles in the instruction of the President of the Republic of Indonesia, number 1 of 1991, concerning the complication of Islamic law. Article 44 states that the Muslim woman is prohibited from entering into marriage with a man who is not Muslim. And also Article 61 states that not being in union cannot be used as a reason to prevent marriages, unless it is not in union because of differences of the religion or ikhtilaf ad-din. That way, the existence of interfaith marriages cannot be legalized, even if the goal is tolerance. So the effort made cannot be by legalizing Sharia prohibitions, right?
Waktu masih tersisa 1 menit 15 detik untuk tim kontra. Waktu terus berjalan.
Okay, thank you. I agree with interfaith marriages because practice of interfaith marriage actually occurs a lot in Indonesian society. Although you may have to be willing to go through the administrative according to process. Mr. Taufik said that in usul fiqh, this issue of interfaith marriage is not something that has one law and have no difference of opinions. On the other hand, the law on interfaith marriage have a variety of opinions among the ulama. Islam itself the lowest difference. There are those who forbid it absolutely. There are those who forbid difference between men and women. This means that according to this law.
Interruption. Okay, but in the fact, there are many people that won't follow or want to study just some religion, just they want to make a back information or back the name of that religion. And how about your argumentation about this problem?
Okay, I will strengthen again. So, can you answer my question before that? How is the solution? We can take other solution without interfaith marriage for strengthening our tolerance, such as provide a really good teaching for our society about the tolerance and religion campaigns. So, I say that interfaith marriage is not the only way to maintain the tolerance between the religious community. So, can you take another solution of it?
Okay, from our argumentation, we can take a conclusion. If interfaith marriages is not legality about a religion.
Mohon maaf, waktu habis. Berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk penampilan kedua di babak final kali ini.